Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्री माता भैचरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन ब्यूटी फाउंडर आचार्य डिवाइन ग्रेस श्री प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्री माता भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री गौर निताय की श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की समवेत गौर भक्त बिंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sha Padantikam Vandeham Shri Gura Shri Juta Padakamalang Shri Gurung Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupang Sagra Jatang Sahagana Raghunathan Tang Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanitangsha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanang Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaudatishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Nilachala Nivasaya Nittaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyang Jagannathaye Te Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Daita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Daita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Daita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So yesterday we completed text number 18, right? Confirm? Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter 13. Chapter is entitled Lord's Dancing at Rath Yatra. So we completed up to text 18 yesterday. So we'll be continuing from text 19. Rathe reo sajoni dekhi lokhe chamatkar. নব হেমময় রথ সুমেরু আকার রথের সাজনি দেখি লোকে চমৎকার নব হেমময় রথ সুমেরু আকার রথের সাজনি দেখি লোকে চমৎকার নব হেমময় রথ সুমেরু আকার রথের of the car sajani decoration dekhi by seeing loke everyone chamatkar astonished nava new hemamaya golden ratha car sumeru akar as high as the mountain sumeru. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Everybody was astonished to see the decorations on the Rath car. The car appeared to be newly made of gold, and it was as high as Mount Sumeru. Purport. In the year 1973, there was a gorgeous Rath Yatra festival in London, England, and the car was brought to Trafalgar Square. The London daily newspaper, The Guardian, published a front page photo caption. ISKCON Rathayatra is rival to the Nelson column in Trafalgar Square. The Nelson column is a very impressive statue of Lord Nelson and can be seen from a good distance. Just as the residents of Puri compared the Rathayatra car to Mount Sumeru, the resident of London considered the car rival to the Nelson Monument. Hare Krishna. Mukam karati vachalam pangulanghaite giring jatkripa tamaham mande Sri Gurudinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. So yesterday we are discussing, Mahaprabhu was very pleased. With who? Prataprudra Maharaj. Why? Because he was a king. No? Yes, he was a king. In spite of being a king, he was rendering menial services. New Bhakta doing menial service is not so attractive because they have to do it. But being a king, he is not forced to do that. But he is doing it out of love. That attracts. Mechanical service does not attract. You may be very efficient, you may be very expertly humble, but that does not attract Krishna. The heart inside, because it's all there in the heart. Krishna is in the heart, right? So whatever comes out from the heart is very pleasing to Krishna. That's why you have to do service not mechanically. You have to do service at least with knowledge and best with out of love. Right? That was the idea. So we discuss in detail. Today, the description of Rath. So here, the size and the color. The color is golden color. is like made of gold. The Rath looks like it is made of gold. And the height, Sumeru. Sumeru is a big mountain, huge mountain. Explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. And Rath was looking like golden Sumeru mountain. And Prabhupada very expertly compares with ISKCON Rath Yatra. And ISKCON Rath at Trafalgar Square in London, England. Prabhupada is telling that Times of the Guardian declared that is a rival to Nelson Monument. So it was also very wonderful Rath Yatra. So why Rath Yatra is important? Why Rath Yatra is important in our life? Please tell. Really? Okay. Inviting heart to the inviting heart, inviting Lord to the heart. That is the first. Okay. Second one. Huh? New people get to see the Lord, not the devotees. But new people also get the chance. Anything else? It gives opportunity to do a lot of services, not mechanically. What else? Huh? Really, you are very motivated, self-motivated. If you see the Lord of the chariot, you'll not take birth again. Rathitu Vamanang Dishta Punarjanmana Vidyate. Okay, that's also a good point. Any other point? There are many other points we can think. It's a wonderful pastimes up to Krishna, right? Any pastime, there is only one Krishna. In Rath Yatra festival, how many Krishna? Two Krishna. Mahaprabhu and Lord Jagannath. And both are feeling separation. That's why this pastime is very, very important. Where multiple Krishna, two Krishna are performing pastimes. So who is Jagannath? We discussed on Snan Purnima Day. Huh? Boliye? You should Radha, Radha Viraha, Krishna. Radha Viraha Vidura. His body, the form is experiencing separation from Radharani. That is Jagannath. When Krishna experiences separation from Radharani, that is called Jagannath. And who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Krishna experiencing separation from Krishna. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, clear? To Krishna. শত শত সুশ্যামর দর্পণে উজ্জ্বল উপরে পতাকা শোভে চাঁদোয়া নির্মল. The decorations included bright mirrors and hundreds of chamaras, white whisk made of yak tails. On top of the car were a neat and clean canopy and a very beautiful flag. You should know all these details. We do Jathayatra, but if you don't know what is there, it's not good. So bright mirrors is decoration and hundreds of chamaras. And on the top of the car, a neat and clean canopy and a very beautiful flag. Hagoro kinkoni baje ghantaro konito nana chitra patto vastre ratha vibhusita. The car was also decorated with silken cloth and various pictures. Many brass bells, gongs, and ankle bells rang. লীলায় চরিল ঈশ্বর রথের উপর আর দুই রথে চড়ে সুভদ্রা হলধর. For the pastimes of Rath Yatra ceremony, Lord Jagannath got abroad on one car, and his sister Subhadra and elder brother Balaram got abroad to other cars. পঞ্চদশ দিন ঈশ্বর মহালক্ষ্মী লইয়া তার সঙ্গে কিরা কইল নিবৃতে বসিয়া. For 15 days the Lord had remained in a secluded place with the supreme goddess of fortune and had performed his pastimes with her. The 15-day period of Anavasar is also called Nibhrita, in honor of the solitary place where the supreme goddess of fortune lives. After living there a fortnight, Lord Jagannath took permission from the goddess of fortune to leave. So now that period is going on. Anavasar. What is the meaning of Anavasar? I explained also day before yesterday on Snan Purnima day. What is Anavasar? When there is no opportunity to see the Lord. That is Anavasar. Okay. Here another word has been used, Nibrita. Nibrita means solitary, private. So Krishna is spending time, Lord Jagannath is spending time with Mahalakshmi in a solitary place because there is no public darshan, because he has exhibited fever pastime. In the name of fever, he is enjoying with Mahalakshmi. Hare Krishna. Very interesting word. Verse again. তাহার সম্মতি লইয়া ভক্তে সুখ দিতে, বলি, রথে চড়ি বাইর হইল বিহার করিতে। তাহার সম্মতি লইয়া ভক্তে সুখ দিতে, রথে চড়ি বাইর হইল বিহার করিতে। তাহার সম্মতি লইয়া ভক্তে সুখ দিতে, রথে চড়ি বাহির হইল বিহার করিতে। Having taken permission from the goddess of fortune, the Lord came out to ride on the Rath car and perform his pastimes for the pleasure of his devotees. The purpose of Rath Yatra. What is the purpose? For the pleasure of the devotees. Another reason. For Krishna, that is the main reason. For us, there may be many reasons. For Krishna, what is the main reason? Pleasure of the devotees. Who is Krishna? Who is Krishna? Who is Krishna? He is all attractive. That is the meaning of Krishna. I am telling about position, not qualities. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is Lila Purushottam. And who is Lord Ram? What is the difference? Ram is Maryada Purushottam and Krishna is Lila Purushottam. You heard this. So what is the meaning of Maryada Purushottam? By how? He says example by how? Huh? By following all the rules and regulations perfectly, rigidly, strictly. And who is and what is the meaning of Lila Purushottam? Who breaks all the rules and regulations. That is the meaning of Lila Purushottam. Because for him only one rule, pleasure of the devotees. Whatever gives pleasure to the devotees, Krishna does that. He is not interested in any other rules and regulations. That is why he is known as Lila Purushottam. So in this connection, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur comments that as an ideal husband, Lord Jagannath remained 15 days in a secluded place with his wife, the supreme goddess of fortune. Nonetheless, the Lord wanted to come out of seclusion to give happiness to his devotees. The Lord enjoys himself in two ways, known as Swakya and Parakya. The Lord's conjugal love in the Swakya ras relates to the regulative principles observed in Dwarka, where the Lord has many married queens. But in Vrindavan, the conjugal love of the Lord is not with his married wives, but with his girlfriends, the gopis. Conjugal love with gopis is called Parakyaras. Lord Jagannath leaves the secluded place where he enjoys the company of the supreme goddess of fortune in Sakyaras, and he goes to Vrindavan where he enjoys Parakyaras. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur therefore reminds us that the Lord's pleasure in Parakyaras is superior to his pleasure in Sakyaras. In the material world, Parakyaras or loving affairs with unmarried girlfriend is the most degraded relationship. But in the spiritual world, this type of loving affairs is considered the supreme enjoyment. In the material world, everything is but a reflection of the spiritual world, but that reflection is perverted. We cannot understand the affairs of the spiritual world on the basis of our experience in the material world. The Lord's pastimes with the gopis are therefore misunderstood by mundane scholars and world wranglers. The Parakyaras of the spiritual world should not be discussed except by one who is very advanced in pure devotional service. The Parakyaras in the spiritual world and that in the material world are not comparable. The former is like gold and the latter is like iron. Because the difference between the two is so great, they cannot actually be compared. However, just as a knowledgeable person can easily distinguish the gold from iron, one who has a proper realization can easily distinguish the transcendental activities of the spiritual world from material activities. So our acharyas are very expert. Everything they analyze from very deep spiritual realizations. So here, coming out from the temple and being on Rath, Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur is comparing with two rasa. When you are at home, you are expected to be with the wife, right? And that's what he did. And when you are out of home, then you are doing something else. So when Krishna spends time with Lakshmi ji, that is Sakya Bhav. Means relationship with wife, that is normal, socially accepted, moral, correct, ideal, exemplary, example to be followed, right? But having girlfriends, we can follow, we cannot follow. That's why we can follow the activities of Lord Ram, but we cannot follow the activities of Krishna. We have to follow the instruction of Krishna. That's why Ramchandra did not speak Bhagavad Gita, because his activities are Bhagavad Gita. But Krishna's activity is not Bhagavad Gita. That's why he has to speak Bhagavad Gita. Okay. But for understanding Krishna's pastime, we have to be very advanced. It cannot be understood by scholarship. If you go by scholarship, it's wrong. Having girlfriends is wrong practice socially, right? And for a person like the Supreme Personality of Godhead, how can he has so many girlfriends? That is a question. Big question, right? So it's correct or wrong? Well, Prabhupada is telling we should not discuss. We are not discussing the pastime, we are discussing the philosophy. Because we cannot understand the pastimes. Because our heart is mundane. And Krishna's pastimes are transcendental. So this activity of Krishna is right or wrong? So Prabhupada writes in Krishna book, giving a series of explanation how rasa dance is perfect from social point of view, from spiritual point of view, from material point of view, every point of view is perfect. So today is not the topic for that, so we'll not go into that. But in order to make our understanding very, very clear, Prabhupada writes very wonderfully how come these activities or pastimes of Krishna are supremely perfect. This is a supreme perfection. And I was hearing a topic on relationship. And the topmost relationship is conjugal love. Conjugal relationship is the topmost. And in that we can have all other relationships. That's why, in order to understand this activity of Krishna, a devotee has to be very advanced. Let's see what happens now. Sukshma sheto balu pathe pulinero sama dui dike tota sab jana vrindavana. The fine white sand spread all over the path resemble the bank of the Jamuna. The small gardens on both sides look just like those in Vrindavan. That's why the Nilachal, where the Lord resides in the temple, that is known as Dwarka. And when he goes to Sundarachal, that is known as Vrindavan. Gundita temple is Vrindavan. রথে চড়ি জগন্নাথ করিলা গমন দুই পার্শ্বে দেখি চলে আনন্দিত মন. So Lord Jagannath is going on the chariot and he is seeing both the sides, that wide road that is called Barodanda, that big road it was a much wider during that time, Mahaprabhu's time. And it was explained that there used to be a river also to go to the other side, because Sundarachal was other side of the river. That was explained. So 3 chariot up to this river, then from that side another 3 chariot and take to Sundarachal. That was there before. But now on the same side, at Mahaprabhu's time it was much wider and more beautiful, extremely beautiful. No buildings that time. It's like Vrindavan. That's why as Lord Jagannath rode in his car and saw the beauty of both sides, his mind was filled with pleasures. গৌর সব রথ টানে করিয়া আনন্দ ক্ষণে শীঘ্র চলে রথ ক্ষণে চলে মন্দ. The pullers of the car were known as gundas. Gundas? Gauras. And they pulled with great pleasure. However, the car sometimes went very fast and sometimes very slow. So Gaura, who is Gaura? Those who are pulling the chariots. Gaura. Devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are known as Gauriya. And it is written Gaura. Interesting. ক্ষণে স্থির হইয়া রহে টানি লেহ না চলে ঈশ্বর ইচ্ছায় চলে না চলে কারো বলে. Sometimes the car would stand still and not move, even though it was pulled very vigorously. The chariot therefore moved by the will of the Lord and not by the strength of any ordinary person. So it's a very interesting point. Krishna is independent, right? You accept that? How much independence he has? Unlimited independence. Supremely independent. Because he has no cause. He's the cause of all causes. That's why he's supremely independent. So he moves by his own sweet will, he stops by his own sweet will. But although he is supremely independent, but he is not independent. His independence is gone when he is with his pure devotees. He's telling that although I have this quality of independence, but that quality doesn't work with the pure devotees. So pure devotees are the controller of the supreme controller. So Krishna means all attractive. Krishna attracts everyone. But one of the symptoms of Shuddha Bhakti is Sri Krishna Akarshani. It attracts Krishna. That is a symptom of Prema Bhakti. There are 6 qualities of Shuddha Bhakti explained in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Srila Rupa Goswami. How many of you know that? Don't worry. Raise hand. You may not answer also. No problem. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the first one, Kleshagni. Second one, Subhada. Third one, Moksha Lagotakrit. Fourth, no. Fourth is Sudurlava. Fifth, Sandaranda Visheshatma. Sixth, Sri Krishna Akarshani. So, first 2 qualities represent Sadhana Bhakti. Second 2 qualities represent Bhava Bhakti. And last 2 qualities represents Prema Bhakti. In Prema Bhakti, all 6 are there. In Bhava Bhakti, 4 are there. And in Sadhana Bhakti, 2 are there. Okay. So, one of the symptom or characteristics of Prema Bhakti is Sri Krishna Akarshani. It attracts Krishna, who is all attractive. So, he is superior. We should not analyze on the transcendental plane. But who is superior? Krishna or devotees? Huh? I'm not asking philosophical answer. I'm asking simple answer. Who is superior? Devotees or Krishna? Pure devotee is superior to Krishna, right? Doubtful. Yes. You should have confidence. Yes. Okay. So although Krishna is a supremely independent person, but he is not supremely independent, he is controlled by the love of the pure devotee. So love is superior to Krishna. Love for Krishna is superior to Krishna. That is the Siddhanta. Tabe Mahaprabhu sab loiya. Now see what Mahaprabhu does. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami discussed about Rath, how Jagannath is moving, enjoying Vrindavan. So now see another Krishna. What he is doing. Tabe Mahaprabhu sab loiya bhaktagan sahaste parailo sabe malla chandan. See the activities of Mahaprabhu. Too much to learn. As the car stood still, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gathered all his devotees and with his own hand decorated them with flower garlands and sandalwood. This is the first activity Mahaprabhu is performing. What is that? So what is the essence? Vaishnav Seva. Okay? Mahaprabhu is teaching. That is topmost service. Unless you do that, everything else is what? Has no tangible value. You will not get any benefit out of it. As a Mahaprabhu, being the supreme personality of Godhead, acting as the supreme devotee, so he is demonstrating how to render pure devotional service. So unless and until we recognize the position of the devotees, it is very, very difficult, almost impossible to understand the supreme personality of God. So Mahaprabhu is personally gathering all the devotees. He doesn't want to be alone. It's Sankirtan movement. Service to be done together. We have to be together. We have to be in the association and serve them. And that's what Mahaprabhu is doing on Ratha Yatra, festival day. Paramananda Puriyar Bharati Brahmananda Srihaste Chandan Paya Barilo Ananda. Paramananda Puri, they are all seniors. First, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is discussing about the senior devotees, who is senior to Mahaprabhu. Paramananda Puri, Paramananda Puri and Brahmananda Bharati were both personally given garlands and sandalwood pulp from the very hands of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This increased their transcendental pleasure. Advaita Acharya আর প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ শ্রীহস্ত স্পর্শে দুহার হইল আনন্দ. Similarly, when Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu felt the touch of the transcendental hand of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were very pleased. Kirtaniya gane dilo malla chandan Sarup Srivas Jaha Mukha Duijan. The Lord also gave garlands and sandalwood pulp to the performers of Sankirtan. After senior devotees who got the attention, those who are leading Kirtan. So, if you want to get the special mercy, become good Kirtanias. Not only musical performance, but with love and devotion also. The Lord also gave garlands and sandalwood pulp to the performers of Sankirtan. The two chief performers were Sarup Damodar and Srivas Thakur. Okay. Chari Sampradaye Hoilo Chobbisho. Now we should very carefully hear and try to understand what is happening in front of Jagannath chariot. Okay. Chari Sampradaya Hoilo. We should take note also, because we will visualize it. Who is doing what with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? This is the rasa dance of Mahaprabhu's pastime. Okay. Topmost dance. Chari Sampradaya Hoilo Chobbisho Gayan. Dui Dui Mardangik Hoilo Astajan. There were altogether 4 parties of Kirtan performers, comprising 24 chanters. In each party, there are also 2 Mridanga players, making an additional 8 persons. Okay. So how many parties? Now discuss. We're discussing 4 Kirtan parties. For your understanding, there are 7 Kirtan parties. 4 in front of the Lord, 2 at the 2 sides and 1 at the back. Okay, that is the arrangement. So we are telling you in advance. It will be explained now. So now Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is talking about 4 Kirtan parties. So how many people are there in 4 Kirtan parties? 24 chanters, because that time there was no mic. Okay. 24 chanters. So in each party, how many? 6. 6 were singing. There will be one lead singer also, that will be explained. One lead singer and another 5, 6. So 6 in each party. And there are 2 Mridanga players in each party. So how many singers in each party? 6. How many Mridanga players? 2. Total 8. তবে মহাপ্রভু মনে বিচার করিয়া চারি সম্প্রদায় দিল গায়ন বাটিয়া. When the 4 parties were formed, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after some consideration, divided the chanters. So now, who will chant in which group? So who is deciding? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. To see the division, management. We say no, Mahaprabhu did not do any management. He is personally managing. Okay? Don't become enamored by the misconception that Mahaprabhu was doing only bhajan. He is managing also. So Nityananda Advaita Haridas Bakreshware Charijane Agga Dila Nitya Koribare. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Haridas Thakur and Bakreshwar Pandit to dance in each of the 4 respective parties. So now the explanation who is going to chant, that will come. But now the explanation is there are 4 dancers in 4 groups. Chanter and dancer. Nacho gao bhakta sange karo sankirtan, Mahaprabhu is telling. Amoni madhur Mahaprabhur bachan. So chanting and dancing. So there is a book written by one scholar about Prabhupada. Sing, dance and pray. That is the book. So that is Mahaprabhu's movement. Mahaprabhu made people of India to dance like that, but Prabhupada made the whole world to dance like that. Okay, sing, dance and pray. That is Ratha Yatra. So here, after singing, arrangement is done. So Mahaprabhu is arranging dances, 4 dances. So first is Nityananda Prabhu. I think he's a very good dancer. Then Advaita Acharya. Then Haridas Thakur. He's not only chanting, he's also dancing. And Bakreshwar Pandit, we all know, who can dance for continuously 72 hours. It's a very big thing. For him is nothing, but for us, 22 hours. Without drinking, without eating, without going to any other place. 72 hours. Continuously he could dance. How many hours Krishna danced with the gopis? How many hours? Yeah. You get all these wonderful figures. Thank you so much. He danced for 1 night of Brahma. It was looking like 1 night of the earthly planet, but he was dancing for 1 night of Brahma. What is the meaning of 1 night of Brahma? 43,20,000 years multiplied by 1,000 only. So that is the duration of dance by Krishna with the gopis. Okay, come back to the dances. Bakresh, who was the 4 dancers? Remember. Who was the first one? Second one? Third one? And 4th one? Very good. We should all remember. We should all remember. প্রথম সম্প্রদায়ে কইল স্বরূপ প্রধান আর পঞ্চদন. Now singer arrangement management going on. প্রথম সম্প্রদায়ে কইল স্বরূপ প্রধান আর পঞ্চজন দিল তার পালিগান. Swarup Damodar was chosen as the leader of the first party and was given the 5 assistants to respond to his chanting. So who was the lead singer in the first group? Swarup Damodar. Okay. So Swarup Damodar will be singing, will be dancing, that also will come. Okay. The 5, okay. Damodar, all names are there. You should all hear these names at least That will purify us. Damodar Narayan Datta Govinda Raghava Pandit R. Sri Govindananda. The five who responded to the singing of Sarup Damodar were Damodar Pandit, Narayan, Govinda Datta, Raghav Pandit, and Sri Govindananda. অদ্বৈতের নিত্য করিবারে আজ্ঞা দিল শিবাস প্রধান আর সম্প্রদায় কইল. Advaita Acharya Prabhu was ordered to dance in the first group. Okay. So who is singing in the first group? Lead singer. Who is dancing? Okay. So visualize it. Okay. So first group, the lead singer is Sarup Damodar Goswami. He was a beautiful singer, super singer. And Advaita Acharya was the main dancer in the first group. The Lord then formed another group with Srivas Thakur as the chief man. Okay. Who are the four lead? Okay. 1 minute. So in the second group, Srivas Thakur was the chief man. In the first group, Damodar Swarup was appointed chief singer, and the responding singers were Damodar Pandit, Narayan, Govinda Datta, Raghav Pandit, and Govindananda. Sri Advaita Acharya was appointed as the dancer. The next group was formed, and the chief singer was Srivas Thakur. So first group, we understood. First group, again, who was the lead singer? Sarup Damodar. Who was the lead dancer? Advaita Acharya. Now, second group, who is the lead singer? Srivas Thakur. Gangadas, Haridas, Shriman Subhananda, Sriram Pandit Taha, Nachanityananda. Okay. The five singers who responded to the singing of Srivas Thakur was Gangadas, Haridas, Sriman Subhananda, and Sri Ram Pandit. Sri Nityananda Prabhu was appointed as a dancer. In the second group, who is the lead singer? Who is the main dancer? Very good. Basudev Gopinath Murari Jahagai Mukunda Pradhan Koilo Ar Sampradai. Yeah, there are many Haridas. Another group was formed consisting of Basudev, Gopinath, and Murari. All these were responsive singer, and Mukunda was the chief singer. Third group. Who was the main singer? Mukunda. Srikanta Vallabh Sen আর দুইজন হরিদাস ঠাকুর তাহা করেন নর্তন. Another two person was Srikanta and Vallabh Sen, joined as the responsive singer. Which group? Third group. Who is the lead singer? Mukunda. And in this group, senior Haridas Thakur, the senior Haridas Thakur, Namacharya, was the dancer. Okay. Govinda Ghosh, Pradhan Koilo, Ar Sampradai, Haridas Vishnudas, Raghav Jahagai. The Lord formed another group, appointing Govinda Ghosh, okay, as leader. And in this group, the younger Haridas, Vishnudas, and Raghav were the responsive singer. In the fourth group, who was the lead singer? Govinda Ghosh. Madhav Basudev Ghosh, Dui Sahodar, Nitya Karen Taha, Pandit Bakreshwar. Okay. Two brothers named Madhav Ghosh and Basudev Ghosh also joined this group as responsive singer. They are all good singers. But Govinda Ghosh was chosen to be the lead singer. Govinda, Madhav, and Basudev, they are all wonderful singers, but lead singer was Govinda Ghosh. And Bakreshwar Pandit was the dancer. The four groups are formed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just to check our memory. So, first group, don't look at Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, first group, who was the lead singer? Wow, you're intelligent. And who was the lead dancer? Advaita Acharya. Very good. Second group, Srivas Thakur was the lead singer. Who was the dancer? Very good. Easy to remember. Panchatattva. Srivas and Nityananda. So first one was Sarup Damodar and Advaita Acharya. Then third group, Mukunda was the lead singer. Who was the main dancer? Haridas Thakur. And who was the lead singer in the fourth group? Govinda Ghosh. And who was the dancer? We should not say was, is. Okay, we should use present tense. Kulin Gramer Ek Kirtaniya Samaj. Now 4 groups are formed. Now we will talk about another 3 groups. Time is going away. কুলীন গ্রামের এক কীর্তনিয়া সমাজ তাহা নৃত্য করেন রামানন্দ সত্যরাজ. There is a Sankirtan party from the village known as Kulinagram. And Ramananda and Satyaraj were appointed the dancer in this group. শান্তিপুরের আচার্যের এক সম্প্রদায় অচ্যুতানন্দ নাচে তথা আর সব গায়. There was another party that came from Shantipur. And 4 groups came together, and there is another 3 group. One is from Kulingram, second one, you can say 6th one also. The another 3. First one was from Kulingram, second is from Shantipur. There was another party that came from Shantipur and was formed by Advaita Acharya, and Achyutananda was the dancer, and the rest of them were singers. Then খণ্ডের সম্প্রদায় করে অন্যত্র কীর্তন নরহরি নাচে তাহা শ্রী রঘুনন্দন. Another party was formed by the people of Khanda, Srikhanda. These people were singing in different place, and in that group Narahari Prabhu and Raghunandan were dancing. So when 4 were very vividly described, these 3 are described but not distinctly. Okay. জগন্নাথের আগে 4 সম্প্রদায় গায়, 2 পাশে 2 পাছে এক সম্প্রদায়. 4 parties chanted and danced in front of Lord Jagannath, and on either side was another party, and yet another was at the rear. So 7 party, clear? At least remember the 4 party lead singer and lead dancer to visualize, because Lord Jagannath also visualizing. 7 সম্প্রদায়ে বাজে 14 মাদল, যার ধ্বনি শুনেই বৈষ্ণব হইল পাগল. Okay. So how many madal, how many mridangas? There are altogether how many mridanga in each party? We discussed 2. So 2 multiplied by 7, how many? 14. So there are altogether 7 parties of Sankirtan, and each party 2 men were beating drums. And thus 14 drums were being played at once. And the sound was tumultuous. And all the devotees became mad. So you all have to become mad. We are already mad in material existence, but we have to become spiritually mad. বৈষ্ণবের মেঘ ঘটাই হইল বাদল, কীর্তনানন্দে সব বর্ষে নেত্র জল. Rainy season started. How? All the Vaishnavas came together like an assembly of clouds. Very interesting comparison. So now those who are singing and dancing, participating in Sankirtan party, they are compared to monsoon clouds. All the Vaishnavas came together like an assembly of clouds. As the devotees chanted the holy names in great ecstasy, tears fell from their eyes like rain. They don't need rain. So their tears were like rains. So see our level and their level. That's why it is Prem Sankirtan. Prem Sankirtan. So 9 o'clock. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay? So now we should remember this division of the parties. Who divided the parties? So he is the manager of Ratha Yatra management of Kirtan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, so management is inseparable. You cannot. Who manages Goloka Vrindavan? Vrinda Devi, Gopis. They are expert managers. They are not, in the name of devotion, they are not lousy people. They are expertly managing every aspect, each and every detail is beautifully managed, and they are managing not out of compulsion, not out of pride, not out of mode of passion. They are all managing out of love. And Rupa Goswami says the symptom of love is who goes in each and every minute details of the service. That is the symptom of love of God. Love of God is not something that will come like that. You have to practice it. So when we practice how to serve the Lord in a very wonderful way, and symptom of Raganuga Bhakti is that when we improve our quality of service to Krishna, not changing service of Krishna. Whatever service is given, if we focus how to improve the quality of service, that is a symptom of Raganuga Bhakti. And what is a symptom of love? When we see minute details of every service which are offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Mahaprabhu is exhibiting that love by wonderfully serving this Sankirtan for the pleasure of Lord Jagannath and all the devotees. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Sriman Mahaprabhu ki jai, Sri Jagannath Swami ki jai, Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. So you are liking the explanation given by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami? Really? Hare Krishna. We'll continue if you want. We'll continue. Not today, tomorrow. Any question, comment?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Can you please explain that Anavasara? You had split the word and you explained. Can you repeat it?
Anavashar means there is no avashar. Avashar means opportunity. When there is no opportunity to see the Lord, that is called anavashar. Okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Any other question? I don't know because I was not there, but it's not explained here. I like to be there, but somehow not happening. So whatever is explained, we have to know because we cannot. There can be different tunes also, but I think same tune, different tune, I don't know. But every party, Mahaprabhu was dancing, and Mahaprabhu was dancing differently, not in same way. In that sense, we can think or speculate there may be different tunes. Hare Krishna. Any other question? Online, is there any question? Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo.